Welcome to today's class. Today we have to take oscillation lecture 6. So far we have already studied the simple harmonic motion, the equation of simple harmonic motion, the energy of a body which executes simple harmonic motion, graphical representation, and also we have gone through the motion of spring, vertical as well as horizontal frame in both the cases. Now today we have to take the next one that we call as simple pendulum. What is simple pendulum? As it is name implies, this is a very common diagram of simple pendulum. It is suspended from a rigid end and it can oscillate like this and this. This is the position of bob, also position of bob, and this one is also position 1 to 2, then back to 2, back to first position. This is position number 3. Then it moves this direction, position number 4, and finally it come back to the same very position, position number 5. Now this is how we actually deal with the pendulum. Pendulum, what is simple pendulum? If anyone asks what is simple pendulum, simple pendulum is a system consisting of a small but heavy mass tied to a flexible, inextensible, massless string from a rigid support. Whenever a small a point mass or what we call small but heavy, okay, point mass is tied to a string of massless, which is massless, flexible, and of course it is inelastic. Inelastic कहना बहुत जरूरी है और inextensible. Okay, and when such a string is suspended from a rigid support, and that we call as a simple pendulum. Okay, the first we define the simple pendulum. Simple pendulum, when a small but heavy mass is tied to a long, flexible, inextensible, and massless string, and the string with this mass is suspended from a rigid support of very large mass. Then the system is called a simple pendulum. Well, this is a definition of simple pendulum. I am just giving you the closer look. It is the definition of simple pendulum. When a small but heavy मतलब होगा तो बहुत छोटा but उसका कुछ weight होगा, कुछ applicable weight, यानी कि आप thermocol से बना लें, that could not be there. When a small but heavy mass is tied to a long, flexible, inextensible and massless string, and the string with this mass is suspended from a rigid support. Rigid support must be very heavy, of very large mass. Then the system is called simple pendulum. This system is called simple pendulum. The point from where the string is suspended is called point of suspension. This is number one. This point is point of suspension. Clear? Number two, the small but heavy object is called bob. This one is your bob. Okay? And number three, the distance between the um, center of mass center of mass of bob and the point of suspension is called effective length. Effective length. Now you can see that these are some points regarding this simple pendulum. I am just recalling the points. Point number one, the point from where the string is suspended is called point of suspension. Here, if you see, this is the string, is a long, straight, inextensible, massless, and flexible string. This one, okay. And when it is suspended from a rigid point like this point is called as your point of suspension. Second one is small but heavy object is called bob. The object which is actually tied to this such type of string is called bob. And the distance between the center of mass of bob and the point of suspension is called effective length. These are the few points which you have to know. They are very important for even calculation. This is called bob. The heavy, small but heavy object is called bob, and this is effective length, and this is point of suspension. This is denoted by L. This is called L. Okay, and you can see that one complete oscillation can have 5 such steps. How such step? We can just represent it with the graph. Suppose I am talking about this. This is point 1. It moves to point 2. Again point 3 in opposite direction. Point 4, and then finally point 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then is 5. You can very easily see that 1, 3 and 5 are actually 1, 3, 5 are actually the same very main position. This is in fact the main position or the equilibrium position. About this, about the main position, it is in fact oscillating. It can oscillate from one position to other and then come back to this and then again goes to other direction and then keep on oscillating like this, and it can make it a complete oscillation. It is generally taken, this small object is mostly we take as a sphere. A sphere, when it is this suspended, it is tied to a string, and that string is moved, slightly moved from its equilibrium state, then only such type of in fact pendulum is created. Okay. Now for me, suppose I don't have such string, but suppose I am having some massless wire, and this is almost tied to this. If I just suspend this, then this could be our pendulum. This could be our pendulum, or very closer to pendulum, because this is quite heavy, only it is not very small. This is very heavy comparatively to this string, and this is in fact this is inextensible string, we may consider, and also is massless. Then when we oscillate this, then it can oscillate like this. It is just like a simple pendulum case. Sometimes we don't take this spherical bob, but sometimes any annular bob or any cylindrical bob could also be taken, and that could also give you the similar idea. Okay. Now I am having such it is in fact a relatively much smaller, much bigger string, and this is not sphere. This is not sphere, but this is totally a annular type thing or cylindrical type something with some hollowness is there. Then naturally its center of mass will lie exactly at the hollow portion. Now if I just rotate this, you can just see it can also give you the similar idea, the how actually this can move. This is a very closer look, you can see here also. We are not counting actually this wire. When we take the similar stationary state, it is like just like this, and this is a totally inextensible string, massless also, and longer also, but everything could not be taken in camera. Therefore I am shortening the size of the string. Okay. And so that I just want to make the oscillation of this. You can just see that it is very similar to the figure which I have already drawn on board, on this whiteboard. And that means this is how, this is the point of suspension. My finger is the point of suspension. Okay. And the center of mass lies in the hollow portion of this. Naturally this distance will be our effective length L, and here instead of this spherical bob, we are taking this annular type something, or what we call a cylindrical with a hollow cylindrical type something. Okay. Well, now this is how a complete simple harmonic motion takes place. Let us see what could be the effective mathematics behind this. What could be the effective mathematics? When we call this, then naturally, suppose we are now removing some of the written text so that we can have the proper mathematics. I will not rub the diagram because the diagram needs some mathematical step also. Now this is the simple pendulum of effective length L. Okay. Now what we do at this particular time, at this particular point, its weight is acting mg like this. Okay. Mg is acting vertically downward, and this is the maximum point up to which it moved, and therefore this is your maximum angular uh, displacement theta. Okay. Let us just find out this much. Here the velocity is tangential, and it will move like this, a curve like this here. and naturally at this particular point we have the tension in the string at T, and mg is still here, and it will be the component of mg. Mg is still here, and I am just continuing this line, and this will be your mg cos theta, mg cos theta, and naturally mg sin theta will be like this. It is mg sin theta, and say the linear displacement between them is your linear displacement between them is how much? It is your x. You can see that it starts from this side, so this is the direction of bob, but when we have this point, you can see the bob is no longer moving further, but rather there itself we can have the components of its weight. Its weight mg is acting vertically downward. You can very easily see this is your mg acting vertically downward, and this is your mg cos theta, and this is your mg sin theta, this one. Therefore mg sin theta is actually doing the work of restoring force. It is bringing back the bob towards its main position. Clear? Therefore whenever we call the net force acting on the body, the restoring force, naturally every time we take restoring force, the restoring force F equal to minus mg sin theta, minus mg sin theta. Okay. Now let us determine what is sin theta from this diagram. What is sin theta? Sin theta equal to x upon L, because length of the string is L. This one is L. This one is L. Okay. And therefore, in the next step, minus mg x upon L. X upon L. Okay. Now after getting this, you can just observe this what I have written, x upon L, and then after getting the force, we have to find out the acceleration also. Therefore the acceleration alpha equal to f by m. Clear? Alpha equal to f by m, and f by m means minus mg x upon L upon m. Cancel out. We are left with this g by L into x with minus sign. We must have this thing. Alpha equals to minus g by L. This is small g. G by L into x. Naturally, from this it is very clear. That is, the bob is the acceleration of the bob is towards the mean position. Okay. From this, what is concluded? If anyone wants that, what could be the conclusion of this? That is the question number 1. From equation 1. From equation 1, what could be concluded? That is, the acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement, and it is directed towards the mean position. Hence, a simple pendulum can execute simple harmonic motion. This is the conclusion, that this can execute simple harmonic motion. Whenever we have this thing, it is very natural that we can compare equation number 1 with the standard equation of acceleration. Let us compare. Let us compare equation 1 with standard equation of acceleration for SHM, that is alpha equal to minus omega square y. Y is just the displacement, just like x displacement. Therefore, omega square must be equal to this much. That I am doing here. From this, omega square comes out to be g by l. G by l. Okay. Omega square comes out to be g by l. Therefore, omega must be equal to under root g by l, or this is 2 pi by t equals to under root g by l, or t equals to 2 pi under root l by g. This is the formula for time period of pendulum. Remember, whenever you have to prove that anything is executing simple harmonic motion, you have to find out its time period. That is very important. First, we know what is simple pendulum. The definition is very clear, that when a small but heavy mass is tied to a flexible, long, and massless, inextensible string, and that string is is suspended from a rigid support of very large weight, large mass, then the entire system is called simple pendulum. Very clear. The point from where it is suspended is called point of suspension, and the distance between point of suspension to the center of mass of the center of bob of that object is called as effective length, and the point small but heavy mass is called as bob. That much of thing we have already described. Okay, and then we have seen that swinging of this or oscillation of this pendulum. We have also practically shown the how actually the pendulum shows, like pendulum is very similar to this type of thing, where this is the bob and this is the point from where it is suspended, and this is like this. Remember, here we are not using any string, but rather we have taken very fine, massless, and inextensible wire. So this is not the actual pendulum. Actual pendulum was this much. What we have shown with the annular base, annular object. If we say, because this is very long also, that the entire thing could not be covered by the camera. So naturally, what we do, we can very easily show that the motion like this will be simple pendulum, and this position is position 1. This is position 1. When it moves to this side, this is position 2. Come back, position 3. Again displacement on other side, position 4. Again return back to position, initial position, position 5. There, all the 5 can make it a one complete oscillation. And always remember, The time taken from this to this is T by 4, again T by 4, again T by 4, and again T by 4. All T by 4, 4 T by 4 means T. That is the time period or periodic time. In that way, we have also seen what is periodic time. Now, sometimes it is asked that what is a seconds pendulum. Sometimes you are asked that just explain seconds pendulum. What is seconds pendulum? You have not to do much. There is no calculation at all. But only one thing is that second pendulum is that which has its periodic time 2 seconds. When a pendulum has its periodic time 2 seconds, then we call it as seconds pendulum. I just mentioned that thing also because that is part of your syllabus, including the practicals. That we call as seconds pendulum. Seconds pendulum is nothing but it is just an ordinary simple pendulum with time period 2 seconds. Time period 2 seconds. Remember, any simple pendulum with time period 2 seconds is called seconds pendulum. ठीक है? Very clear? Seconds pendulum क्या होगा आपको मालूम हो गया? तो ये seconds pendulum है. तो seconds pendulum को हम लोग इस टाइप पे देख सकते हैं कि how we express this. This is t equal to 2 pi under root L by G, and here is 2 pi under root L upon G. Okay, and then suppose 2 pi 2 cancel out, and then we have 1 equal to pi into L upon G. Suppose we are just squaring both sides. What we get? 1 equal to pi square L upon G, and therefore L equals to G upon pi square. G is 9.8 and this is 3.14 whole square. So approximately we get 1 meter. The seconds pendulum has a approximate length of 1 meter, and that is how we have discussed seconds pendulum. And today's lecture we have completed where we discuss simple pendulum. Okay, in next lecture we will discuss that is what are the forced vibration, what is free vibration, what is damped vibration, maintained vibration, etc. And with that and that will probably the last lecture of oscillations. Okay, with that we have completed today. Thank you.